people and 2 hours to execute this costume Alicia Charles envisioned to rep her homeland of Trinidad and Tobago.
I always play individual every year on the parkway, but I have to say this is the one I'm most in love with.
It took a little bit longer for the crowd to build up at the West Indian Day Parade along Eastern Parkway this year. This after increased security at Juve made many people shy away.
It's not as many people on the road, definitely. I think stuff that has happened in the past kind of marred it. But you know what? We're having a great time. We're having so much fun.
In years gone by, there was more pageantry. More pageantry. I have to say, less guardrails. But you know what? It was a different world then. And you must adapt to the changes.
But once it got popping...
You having a good time?
Always.
This is our blood. This is what we love.
20 years.
Okay.
20 years. And we love it. Love it. Look how you look beautiful.
It's wonderful. It's the 50th anniversary, 50 years of Caribbean culture.
Caribbean culture in full effect. The food, the music, the accent, the feeling.
I live right here, and I enjoy it every year.
We live, baby, we live.
Rep your country!
Honduras!
And this is why my street cred is high. Reporting live in Crown Heights, Darla Miles, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Darla. Now, we did tell you earlier that one person was rushed to the hospital after stabbing on Eastern Parkway along that parade route, but also 3 people were shot not far from the parade. But the NYPD says the violence was not connected to the celebration. The victims in this case were shot near Eastern Parkway overnight. A 44-year-old man was shot in the head. 2 men were shot on Union Place, which is just a block from where the parade route is.
And turning now to weather this Labor Day, gorgeous day out there, and today proved to be the best day of the holiday weekend to get out. Well, quite naturally, many spent the day on the beach, but get ready. Changes are coming. Meteorologist Jeff Smith is outside of our studios with the first look at your AccuWeather forecast. Jeff, we all better enjoy it now, right?
That's right, yeah. Labor Day weather doesn't get much better than this, Sade. We have temperatures that have risen up to near 80. Finally, a lot of sunshine out there and also pretty low levels of humidity, along with a nice refreshing breeze. Check out those temperatures right now across the area. About 78 in the park, 80 down the shore. No wonder why people are headed to the Jersey Shore on a day like today. We're watching some showers and thunderstorms over Michigan. That's with a front that'll sink into the area by late tomorrow afternoon, and with that there could be some rounds of rain that last through tomorrow night and into Wednesday as well. Breaking news from the National Hurricane Center: Irma, which we've all been keeping our eyes on the past couple of days, now a Category 4 hurricane moving west toward the northeastern Caribbean islands. We're talking places like Antigua, Barbuda, St. Martin. They're under hurricane warnings. Preparations there should be rushed to completion, and a hurricane watch is in effect for Puerto Rico and also the U.S. and British Virgin Islands, meaning hurricane conditions are possible there within the next 48 hours as that very powerful hurricane continues off to the west and eventually may have ramifications here on the mainland U.S. We'll talk about that in your full AccuWeather forecast. In the meantime, watch for showers and thunderstorms north and west of the city tomorrow afternoon. They could cause drenching downpours and even some localized flooding. For New York City and coastal areas, the wettest time period is tomorrow night into Wednesday. So for much of the daylight hours of tomorrow, it's actually not that bad, just kind of warm and muggy out there. This evening, beautiful. Temperatures falling down to around 70 degrees and then getting back up into the middle 80s tomorrow afternoon. Again, those storms probably waiting until tomorrow night to move on into the city. So we'll have that full AccuWeather 7-day forecast. We'll tell you if Irma, again, will eventually affect the United States mainland coming up. Sade, David, back into you.
Some beachgoers on the Jersey Shore enjoyed the good weather, but also took some time to give back, helping raise money for the victims of Hurricane Harvey. The city of Belmar waived all access fees, including parking, in hopes of encouraging people to donate to the relief effort. And they did. New Jersey reporter Anthony Johnson is live in Belmar tonight with the story. Anthony?
Well, as you can see, we have lots of sunshine still down here along the Jersey Shore. What a beautiful day it was to be out here on the beach. Hundreds of thousands of people actually turned out to be on the beach today. And as you said, no parking fees, no beach fees. You can take a look out here on the beach and see a lot of people are still out here getting that last bit of summer. And all of this great sunshine made people into givers.
Yeah, it's beautiful out.
Thank you, both of you, very much.
Yeah, here's 100 for people.
Thank you, Carmine.
Have a great day.
Good of you.
The day at the beach has been a day of donations to help the victims of Hurricane Harvey. Visitors have been digging deep to help many in need.
Listen, there's people less fortunate than I am, and I'm just doing my little part to help out. That's all it is. Nothing more, nothing less.
Appreciate it. Have a good day on the beach today.
Just wanted to help out, and it was fun that we didn't have to pay to get on the beach today. And I think it's a great cause, and I already donate to a great cause as well.
This is the least we can do as, you know, a resident of the state of New Jersey to help our friends out in Houston.
The money raised here in Belmar will be used to help the town of Rockport, Texas. It's about the same size as Belmar, which was devastated by Sandy. So residents here know firsthand about disaster relief.
When Sandy hit, you know, we all needed help ourselves. So we was really grateful for the rest of the country to rally around us and help us out. So we have to pay it forward.
One of the things we learned after Sandy was, you know, there's a huge financial impact that lingers for weeks and months, particularly with working class families. You know, whether it's your cell phone bill, your car payment, car insurance, all those bills are still going to come due, and they all still want to get paid.
So the money will help Rockport residents meet those needs.
People have been very generous, and we all want to thank them for that. We've collected a lot of money. I don't know how much, but when I shake the box, it sounds like a lot of bills to me.
As for the beach, conditions are great. The water is calm and comfortable, so let's just hope we have more days like this one ahead.
Unfortunately, it's the end of the summer. It's a perfect 10. You know, the weather's been a little iffy this year, but it couldn't be any more spectacular than it is today.
And certainly a spectacular ending to our summer. Now, the mayor of Belmar says he hopes to raise anywhere between $35,000 to $40,000, and he will take that down to Texas to the mayor of Rockport next Friday. That is the latest live from Belmar. Anthony Johnson, Channel 7 Eyewitness News, enjoying the last official day of summer.
Oh, lucky you. We need to be out there on that beach. Well, lines and cars waited to get into Robert Moses State Park on Long Island today. The bright sunshine on this holiday inspired hundreds of people to flock to the beach to enjoy the surf and the sun. For kids, today is one of the last days they'll have to play in the waves and the sand before school starts. The good news is the beach here will remain open until September 17th.
Well, tonight, thousands of New York's so-called dreamers are anxiously awaiting President Trump's announcement tomorrow on what he plans to do with DACA. It's that program that allows children of undocumented immigrants to stay in the country. Now, many reports say he is expected to fulfill his campaign promise and end it. Political reporter Dave Evans in the newsroom with the very latest. Dave.
David, as you know, the president reportedly has decided to end the program that granted work permits, a driver's license, and a college education to almost 1 million young immigrants. As you said, an announcement is expected tomorrow. Republicans say Trump has to stop it because the program likely won't stand up in the courts anyway. But rather than ending the program immediately, President Trump appears to be giving Congress 6 months to try to fix it. At the West Indian Day Parade, a celebration of diversity. And today the governor warned if the president does away with DACA, he'll sue.
Our message is the exact opposite. We say diversity is a strength. That's what makes New York, New York. That's what made America, America.
It hasn't been easy for the president what to do about DACA, what to do about 800,000 young people who are not citizens but called dreamers.
We love the dreamers. We love everybody.
The program gives temporary status to young people who came to this country illegally with their parents. People like Alondra Keiko. She came from Mexico when she was 3. If DACA goes away, she could be deported, and she's worried.
We're putting all our effort, all our sweat, all our sleepless nights into this. And to some of us, it's getting into our heads.
After months of protest, the president knows Democrats and most Republicans want to keep the program.
It's a very, very tough subject. We are going to deal with DACA with heart.
But 10 states led by Texas are suing, claiming that President Obama overstepped his bounds in starting DACA, that Congress should have done it, not the president.
I think the president had to make the decision to end DACA because it's going to be struck down by the courts. Every court that's dealt with it so far has struck it down. Having said that, that gives Congress 6 months to act. And I think we do have to find a way to address those 800,000 dreamers that are here. It's not their fault they're here.
And so at today's parade, a demand that Congress act quickly and don't make young dreamers worry so much.
Now is the time for them to step up and do what they have to do. This is insanity, and we cannot accept this or tolerate it.
Over the weekend, the president supposedly informed House Speaker Paul Ryan of his decision to end DACA. So now Speaker Ryan is frantically working on a replacement. White House officials have privately asked, why hasn't Congress taken this up long ago? Again, an announcement from the president is expected sometime tomorrow. Sade and David?
All right, thanks, Dave. Well, turning to the growing global threat from North Korea after its latest and most powerful nuclear test so far. President Trump says he is leaving all options on the table. When a reporter asked him if he will attack North Korea, his response was, "We'll see." Meanwhile, the UN Security Council held another emergency meeting today at which U.S. Ambassador Nikki Haley said North Korea's leader is begging for war.
War is never something the United States wants. We don't want it now. But our country's patience is not unlimited. We will defend our allies and our territory.
Well, President Trump tweeted that the U.S. is considering stopping all trade with any country doing business with North Korea. China is North Korea's biggest trading partner, and China's foreign minister calls President Trump's threat unacceptable.
After summer filled with emergency repairs at Penn Station, as of tomorrow, it finally comes to an end with regular service resuming for the first time since July. Commuters are hoping when things go back to normal at Penn Station, it does not mean going back to the way things were. New Jersey Transit Executive Director has been thanking riders for doing their homework and changing their routines so work could get done. The Long Island Railroad saw its best on-time performance of the year during the Amtrak repairs after months of frustrating transit delays.
Firefighters rescued 4 children, 2 of them babies, from burning building in Queens. The flames started on Beach 91st Street in the Rockaways just before 2:30 this morning. When firefighters arrived at the scene, a mother and her children were trapped above the fire on the 3rd floor. In fact, it got so bad she was thinking of dropping the kids out of the window to their safety, but that's when 2 hero firefighters jumped into action.
We reached the victims, we each grabbed one of the babies, and we took the 2 older ones that were able to walk, and we made it down the interior stairs.
It was good, you know, when you get 2 young victims, 2 babies, especially when the mother was very close to throwing them out the window.
Thanks to their bravery, that woman did not have to throw her children out of the window. They were brought down safely. No one seriously hurt.
Thank goodness for that. Okay. A terrifying scene caught on surveillance video. A car jumps a curb and plows into a crowd of people. Coming up, what the driver said to some of the victims when he crossed paths with them in the hospital.
Plus, Governor Cuomo weighing in on whether he thinks the Columbus statue should come down.
And despite days of dry weather, new evacuations tonight in the aftermath of Hurricane Harvey. We're live in Houston. Next.
When news breaks, our weather moves in. Your home team is the gold standard. Channel 7 Eyewitness News at 11. Always in alert mode with instant information and live coverage of stories near you. Always there for you at 11. Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Hey, let's play Dare to Compare and see what $11.99 buys at My Bob's and what it buys at their store.
Where's the bed?
That's $20.97.
How about the mirror and nightstand?
That's a whopping $25.15.
Now make your move, Bob.
My Chatham bedroom with underbed storage is only $11.99 complete.
So would you rather pay $11.99 for this or for this? Game over.
Dare to Compare at Bob's Discount Furniture, in-store or at mybobs.com.
Technology is all around us.
Advanced Newscopter just got better. Newscopter 7, now with crystal clear pictures from Extreme Vision, plus the most advanced aerial mapping system, Street Spotter 7.
Something you can only see from Newscopter 7.
New York's best breaking news reporters in the air. When covering New York, nobody keeps up with Newscopter 7. Nobody. Only on Eyewitness News.
Eyewitness News needs your help to protect our children. Have you seen Virgilio? ABC-7 and your Tri-State Ford dealers thank you for helping protect our children.
New details of a man accused with trying to kidnap a 12-year-old girl in Queens. He was arraigned on those charges today. The NYPD says 38-year-old Vladimir Suero from Brooklyn is the man seen in a sketch and surveillance photo. Officers say he grabbed that girl on Thursday while she was walking with her mother in the parking lot of a Key Food in Queens Village. Police say he took off when that child's mother grabbed her daughter and refused to let her go.
While the waters are slowly receding from Hurricane Harvey, many victims are still in need of shelter, unable to return to their homes. FEMA says more than 32,000 people are in shelters in Texas and another 1,600 in Louisiana. Meanwhile, the body of Police Sergeant Steve Perez, who drowned while driving to work, was transported to a funeral home today. fellow officers saluting as the flag-draped coffin went by. ABC's Elizabeth Herr live in Houston, Texas with more. Elizabeth?
Well, Sade, it is hard to believe, but thousands in some areas are still dealing with flooded homes, and then others who feel fortunate enough to have a home to return to. Well, what you see behind me there, that is what they're coming home to. Homeowners cleaning out and debris piling up.
All the furniture, all the mattresses, the couches, all of the wood, all that's gone.
Bob Gardner losing just about everything he owned, yet calling himself lucky, with neighbors helping neighbors in Bel Air, Texas.
The good thing is that we're safe. We had good neighbors that said, please come over, help, we're going to help you out.
In West Houston, thousands remain evacuated and power cut off and homes still flooded following the controlled release of 2 major reservoirs. But the Army Corps of Engineers announcing starting Monday night, the releases will be reduced and residents downstream should see water levels dropping gradually. Just outside Houston, another sign of recovery. Residents in the evacuation zone near the Arkema chemical plant allowed to return home Monday following a successful controlled burn at the site overnight. In Beaumont, repairs continue at the water treatment plant, and while residents still don't have clean drinking water, water is flowing again. And back in Houston, police officers pausing to salute one of their own, Sergeant Steve Perez, who drowned while driving into work during Hurricane Harvey. And as for the road ahead, these homeowners here, they tell me they were told it could take up to a year and a half before their homes can be repaired and restored. And FEMA officials say long-term plans are still being finalized for the evacuees who are left homeless. Reporting live in Bel Air, Texas, I'm Elizabeth Herr for Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Elizabeth, thank you. And count on Eyewitness News for continuing coverage of the Harvey relief efforts. You can also find ways to donate at WABC-NY.
Well, people packed into the largest and longest running street fair in New Jersey. Today, more than 100 antique dealers lined up to sell items at the Rutherford Labor Day Fair. A lot of fun was happening there. Attendees also treated to live music at the Lincoln Park Band Shell. Among the groups performing, the band Total Soul Band that features Lisa Avery. Avery, by the way, syndicated radio host and a Rutherford native.
And weather-wise, a very fitting way to unofficially end summer today. There's people walking over the Bow Bridge and enjoying the boats there in the lake on Central Park. Temperature right now, 78 degrees. That wind coming in refreshing, 14, gusting up to 21 miles per hour in the high on the day. Only got up to about 79. That's right on target, as a matter of fact, for this time of the year. 97, the record back in 1929. The sun setting these days, 7:23. So you're 82 right now. Teterboro, 79 at White Plains, 81 at LaGuardia Airport. Lots of low 80s down the shore at Belmar and Toms River. 70s on the island right now, courtesy of that wind coming in off of the cooler waters of the Atlantic Ocean. Here's our satellite radar showing this band of showers and thunderstorms. This will move into areas north and west of the city by later on tomorrow afternoon. They could be on the strong side with some drenching downpours and some gusty winds, and then that kind of evolves into just a rain event tomorrow night into Wednesday. We're tracking Irma, looking really impressive here on the satellite picture. A very symmetrical storm, very well-defined eye. No big surprise that this has strengthened into a Category 4 beast as it moves off to the west at 13 miles per hour, and it will move into the northeastern Caribbean islands. We're talking places like Barbuda and Antigua late tomorrow night into the wee hours of Wednesday morning, potentially as a 150 mile per hour high-end Category 4 hurricane. And then it's Puerto Rico's turn, and also the Virgin Islands as we head into the day on Wednesday, especially Wednesday afternoon. Maybe the core of the storm just moves north of Puerto Rico, but they'll still undoubtedly get some strong winds and heavy rains. And then we fast forward to the weekend, and now for the first time, the mainland United States is within the National Hurricane Center's cone of uncertainty. That includes South Florida all the way down through the Florida Keys. We'll be watching it very carefully. What happens after that, still up in question right now. Futurecast overnight tonight. No weather worries out there. No weather worries right through noon tomorrow. And then later on in the day, you watch a line of thunderstorms move in from the Poconos and the Catskills, approaching northwestern New Jersey by, say, 7 p.m. and then moving into the city tomorrow evening. Could be some heavy downpours around midnight tomorrow night. And this rain can continue on and off during the day on Wednesday as the front kind of sits over us for a while. AccuWeather forecast for tonight, mostly clear, comfortable away from the city with even some 50s in spots, about 69 in Midtown for a low. Breezy, warm, more humid for your Tuesday. Afternoon thunderstorms north and west could be on the heavy side, especially well north and west. We're up to about 86. It's rather humid, periods of rain and the thunderstorm tomorrow night. We're down to about 66. Here's what we're working on for 5:30. How active is late tomorrow? Could there actually be some severe storms? Is most of the rain done by Thursday? Could we even get some sunny breaks out there? And of course, big question is, will there be any eventual impact from Irma, even around here in the tri-state area? We'll talk about that. Plus, there definitely will be some indirect impacts. We'll detail that in your AccuWeather 7-day forecast coming up next half hour. David?
Thank you.
Keep our eyes on Irma.
Yeah, category 4 already.
Getting worried about it. Coming up on Eyewitness News, a call no parent wants to get. Your child is in the hospital, but privacy laws make it difficult to get information when your child becomes an adult. We'll show you how you can make sure you're in the loop when there's an emergency.
And survival story. The aide who was shot during a congressional baseball practice opens up exclusively to ABC about the ambush.
And the Royal Nursery is about to get a new addition. Prince William, Princess Kate expecting again, and the entire royal family is reacting to the good news.
I teach
to share my passion so I can make a difference.
The Jeopardy Teachers Tournament, presented by Farmers Insurance. Tonight at 7, right here on ABC7.
Don't miss our giant Labor Day mattress sale at PC Richard & Son. Our friendly and knowledgeable salespeople will help you find the perfect mattress during our biggest mattress sale ever. Buy any Sealy Posturepedic mattress and get the matching box spring free. Save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic mattress sets and get a $300 PC Richard & Son gift card. Plus free delivery, setup, and haul away. And special financing available too. So for a good night's sleep, all you have to do is whistle. PC Richard & Son.
When pain strikes here, or here, fight back with Aspercreme with lidocaine. It desensitizes aggravated nerves for maximum strength relief with no odor. Wherever pain hits, choose Aspercreme with lidocaine. Relieve the nerves, stop the pain.
He sees things and analyzes things in ways that we can't even begin to understand. He saved his life.
Who are you?
I'm Dr. Sean Murphy.
New York Connects is very special to me. I love my son. It just was so heartbreaking to watch your only child suffer and not being able to get services or help. They were able to just put the pieces together for me. They helped me to be a better person for my son and for myself.
New York connects you to independence. To learn more about long-term care services and supports, contact New York Connects at 1-800-342-9871.
Fios is not cable. We're a 100% fiber optic network. And with the new Fios Gigabit connection, you get our fastest internet ever. With download speeds up to 940 megs, 20 times faster than most people have. Switch to Fios Gigabit connection with TV and phone for $79.99 a month online for the first year. Plus HBO for 1 year and multi-room DVR service for 2 years, all with a 2-year agreement. And switching has never been easier. Get out of your contract with up to a $500 credit to help cover your early termination fee. Go to fiosgigabit.com.
Dear Calvary Hospital, my mom and dad were proud Italian Americans who sacrificed everything in life for me and my brothers. So to help us care for them during their final days, we chose Calvary in Brooklyn to relieve their pain and suffering from cancer. Your expert staff took care of everything, giving them the pain-free life they deserved, and also gave us back a stress-free life of simply being their sons once again. God bless you, Calvary. Joey Paratori.
Well, as a parent, I can tell you there are a few things worse than getting a call saying your young adult child is being taken to the emergency room. Well, now imagine getting that call, but the doctors and nurses won't tell you anything about your child's condition. Privacy laws make that scary scenario very real for some parents. But we have some simple steps you can take to prevent that problem. As Ariella's Corona's daughter heads back to college, Mom will rest a little easier knowing Kiara has signed a medical authorization form. A simple yet significant document saying it is okay for doctors and nurses to share her daughter's medical information with her in an emergency.
I mean, yes, they're 18, they're considered adults, but I want her to be in the proper medical hands, and I want to have a say in that.
The privacy rule of the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, or HIPAA, says that once a child is legally an adult, which in most states is 18, parents have no more right to their child's medical information than they would to the information of a stranger on the street.
It doesn't even matter whether your child is still on your health insurance or if you're paying the bills.
Health experts at Consumer Reports say that signing a simple document could help smooth things over.
You're basically getting your child to sign the equivalent of a permission slip. Then if there's an emergency, it helps eliminate any ambiguity.
Although you can find many versions online, there isn't one official document called a HIPAA authorization form. They typically specify who can be given the medical information, the type of information that can be shared, and the applicable dates.
Some hospitals and college medical centers have their own forms. So if you know where your child is likely to get health care, you might want to reach out to them in advance and ask.
Thinking about the unthinkable may help you better handle a crisis. David Novarro. And Consumer Reports says the best thing is for your child is to carry the form tucked into a wallet or a backpack. But during an emergency, a parent forwarding a scanned copy may be enough to persuade a doctor or hospital to release that critical information, Sade.
Good tips there. Another setback in the road to recovery for the Mets, David Wright. The team announced today he will have yet another surgery, this time on his rotator cuff. The Mets captain has not played in the majors in over 15 months while recovering from neck surgery. His most recent attempt at a comeback ended just last week after a handful of games with the Mets minor league team. Wright is 37 years old. There is no word on if or when he will return.
A terrifying scene on a street in Brooklyn. A car jumping the sidewalk, plowing into a crowd of people. We hear from one of the women who tried to jump out of the way.
Plus, the nurse who was roughed up by police just for doing her job is breaking her silence about her controversial arrest.
And Governor Cuomo weighing in on the debate over statues meant to honor Christopher Columbus.
Prostate cancer patients and CyberKnife teams from around the world come to Winthrop for our experience. There are a lot of competing claims out there. I encourage every patient, wherever you go, ask for the data. In my experience, CyberKnife has revolutionized prostate cancer treatment. With CyberKnife, there's no pain, there's no incontinence, there's less impotence. It's just a better treatment.
To learn more about CyberKnife, call 1-866-WINTHROP or go to nyuwinthrop.org.
Stay safe this summer with swim safety tips from ABC-7. When at the beach, check conditions before entering the water. Swim with a buddy, and always use sunblock and keep hydrated. Learn more at safetyswim.com. Sponsored by Optimum.
Fidelis Care believes that every child should have a healthy start in life, and that's why we're introducing Every Child Covered, a campaign created to help parents who need coverage for their kids. This summer, Fidelis Care will be at hundreds of local events, helping parents obtain the coverage they need. Let's get every child covered.
Being a father changed my whole understanding of the world. I started seeing the world through the eyes of a parent, and you start seeing every child as your own. When we started thinking about things like pre-K, it was because Kiara and Dante went to pre-K, and we saw them blossom. And I've talked to the parents about how it's changing their lives, and they know it's changing the entire future for their child. That's what we're here to do.
Paid for by de Blasio 2017.
The Black Label Gel Euro Top Queen Mattress Set by Bob's Discount Furniture and the Simmons Beauty Rest Black Mariella Queen Set. Both have comfy gel-infused memory foam, supportive latex foam, individually wrapped innerspring coils, and luxurious stretch knit fabric. Sure, they're not exactly the same, but you be the judge. Theirs is priced at a whopping $27.99, while ours is priced at only $9.99. Dare to compare at Bob's Discount Furniture, in-store or at mybobs.com.
New York's best problem solvers fight for you and get results. Call or email 7 on your side for help. And we're always listening on social media because Channel 7 is on your side.
Dramatic video you first saw on WABC-NY. An out-of-control car jumps a curb, plowing into a group of people on a sidewalk in Brooklyn. 9 people were hurt, and minutes ago, police charged a suspect. Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Richardson is live in Bushwick tonight. Kimberly?
Well, Shadai, each Labor Day weekend, a group of friends gathers right here on Halsey Street. Early this morning, that's exactly what they were doing. 1 minute, everything was good. The next, they were running for their lives.
And that's all we can do is just at the drop, just move out the way before you're in a body bag.
Move out of the way of this speeding car.
At first, I didn't know what to do.
Seen here in this surveillance video, barreling down the sidewalk on Halsey Street, coming right towards a group of about 20 people. Ashana and LaToya were both right there.
It could have been worse. My leg could have been broken. Anything could happen. Or for stupidness.
Both ladies were lucky, have only minor injuries, but this man who didn't want to show his face.
This is the tire, one of the tire marks right there.
He wasn't as fortunate. He took a direct hit.
Oh, I got hit in my both legs.
He was going pretty fast.
Yeah, it was too fast for me to just, like, get out the way.
Police say this is the man who was driving that car. 23-year-old Naquan Ricks was allegedly drunk, and according to witnesses, minutes before the crash, he got into a fight with some men up the block. He left, but returned in his car, stepped on the gas, and floored it.
We heard the sounds of something crashing. He had to be coming down at least 50 miles per hour, maybe more.
It was just before 5 this morning. That's a tire from the suspect's car. You see, after Ricks slammed into this heavy metal fence, he put the car in reverse and then drove forward further down the sidewalk. LaToya ran to help their friend Lindsay Powell, who has asthma, was not breathing.
I got some cold water, threw it on her, and I was like, Lindsay, breathe, just breathe. She was talking, but she was so scared.
Lindsay was taken to the hospital. That's where Ashana and others crossed paths with Ricks, who police stopped a few blocks from the scene.
He was like, I'm so sorry. But that could have just been reality. Like, you're not going home. You're going from here to Central Bookings.
And it's this hour Ricks is at the precinct. Everybody who was hurt out here, amazingly, everybody is going to be okay. One man, yet another victim, who just got out of the hospital. He was hit by the car. You'll hear from him coming up at 6. For now, we're live in Bushwick. Kimberly Richardson, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Kimberly, thank you. And right now we have some breaking news. A shooting along the West Indian Day Parade route. This scene is on Eastern Parkway near Brooklyn Avenue. And police tell us at this point one person was shot and taken to Kings County Hospital. We are told that the victim is expected to survive. No word on suspects or a motive. David?
Well, self-admitted member of the MS-13 street gang now facing attempted murder charges in an attack on his ex-girlfriend. Police say Kenny Cruz beat the 32-year-old victim, hit her over the head with a stapler, and then stabbed her 3 times with a pair of scissors. Investigators say it happened when the two got into a fight over financial help for her 14-year-old child in Hempstead last week.
The victim attempted to call 911 with her cell phone, but Cruz grabbed it and prevented her from calling the police. He held her against her will by pointing a pair of scissors at her for over 20 minutes.
Police say when Cruz's mother tried to stop the assault, he also threatened her with scissors. Amazingly, despite being stabbed 3 times, the victim was able to get in a car and drive to get help. She also suffered a collapsed lung and several cuts.
A 3-year-old girl who was hurt in a hit and run in Newark is back home from the hospital tonight. A luxury vehicle struck the little girl while crossing Ridgewood Avenue yesterday evening. She was walking behind a relative at the time. Police are still looking for the driver of a black convertible Mercedes-Benz they believe hit her. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo admits he's a bit biased as an Italian-American himself, but he says calls to remove statues honoring Christopher Columbus go too far. He says they're more about honoring Italian-Americans than the explorer.
If you want to take that kind of retrospective lens, you know, where do you stop? Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, you know, who is without sin?
Well, Mayor de Blasio and City Council Speaker Melissa Mark Viverito had brought up possibly considering the removal of Columbus statues like this one in Columbus Circle, pointing out he committed unforgivable crimes against indigenous people.
Well, now to an ABC News exclusive. A survivor in the attack on that congressional baseball game is speaking out for the first time. Matt Micah, a lobbyist, was one of 4 people shot when a gunman opened fire on a congressional baseball practice in Virginia back in June. He says the gunman, James Hodgkins, approached the field near the 3rd baseline and started shooting, hitting House Majority Whip Steve Scalise. The 38-year-old volunteer coach was on the 1st baseline when he spotted the shooter.
We all yelled gun. I don't know who yelled it first, and we started running. And that's when I turned like this and ran that way. And that might have been when I got hit or when I was over there.
Well, that lobbyist ran into a parking lot where he ducked behind an SUV. His hands were over his head when he was hit again, and he credits that move and Scalise's security detail with helping to save his life.
California's governor is declaring a state of emergency tonight as more than 1,000 firefighters battle the biggest wildfire Los Angeles has ever seen. But that's just one of several fires scorching the West. ABC's Daniel Backus has the latest.
As the evacuation orders are lifted in Los Angeles, people are returning to the aftermath of the La Tuna fire.
It was going from this little spot, sections of flame, to this cohesive wall.
Craig Bullison's family's home is one of 4 wiped out by the flames that scorched more than 7,000 acres surrounding the country's second largest city. Over the weekend, the fire shut down a major freeway, a wall of smoke towering above LA neighborhoods. Monday, progress being made with cooler weather and rain helping to fan the flames.
As long as the weather continues to cooperate, I am very confident and convinced we'll be fine.
This fire is only one of several fires burning across 7 other states.
We turned a corner and there it was up in flames.
In Oregon, more than 150 hikers told to shelter in place, stranded overnight Saturday.
All 10 of us are on the bus.
Okay. All of them were finally rescued. And in Washington state, the Jolly Mountain fire has charred more than 18,000 acres. Officials there ordering evacuations for more than 1,000 homes. Right now in California, there are more than 7,500 firefighters battling 25 large wildfires across the state. Danya Backus, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Wow. Well, shocking video of her arrest sparked outrage across the country. Now, a nurse who refused to draw a patient's blood, talking about the reason for her protest.
And big news from across the pond, a new prince or princess set to take the spotlight. So how is Duchess Kate handling her 3rd pregnancy?
And a fantastic Labor Day afternoon out there. A lot of clear skies, nice temperatures. We're watching some thunderstorms over the Great Lakes. Those will approach the tri-state by late tomorrow. Also, we're all keeping a close eye on Hurricane Irma, now a Category 4 storm heading toward the islands of the northeastern Caribbean, including Puerto Rico, during the next couple of days. The big question is, will it affect the U.S. mainland? We'll try to answer that in your full AccuWeather forecast coming up. In the meantime, for the next 12 hours or so, temperatures during the evening falling down through the 70s, probably down to about, 72 by midnight, getting down to about 70 as we head into the wee hours of tomorrow morning. Your full exclusive AccuWeather 7-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Raymore and Flanagan. For the closest location, visit RaymoreFlanagan.com.
Pro tip, get these great smoked ribs. 20 minutes on the grill, they're done. You think he cares if I smoke ribs for 6 hours?
What? The best food at amazing prices. Stop and Shop. Save on top round London broil, just $1.77 per pound.
Now, through Labor Day, Model Sporting Goods is having its biggest back-to-school footwear and backpack sale ever. Buy any pair of footwear and get the second pair 50% off. Mix and match for the family. Athletic footwear, cleats, slides, sandals, boots. You can stock up for the season. Plus, all Adidas backpacks 20% off. Adidas or Nike Youth soccer packages, cleats, a ball, and shin guards for only $39.99. Save 33%. Visit Models.com to find the Model store nearest to you. When you gotta go back to school, you gotta go to Moe's.
From this moment on, be open to surprises. Let joy run free. Make memories to cherish. Because we are the storytellers of life. At visitorlando.com.
Right now at National Floors Direct, we'll give you 3 full rooms of carpeting, next day installation, padding, everything, all for just $888 and no interest for 1 year. Call National Floors Direct at 888-400-FLOOR. Change is good.
Good Neighbor Pharmacy brand products offer affordable, high-quality alternatives with the same active ingredients found in the name brand products.
It's the same exact ingredient.
All month long, your local Good Neighbor Pharmacy is having a 1-cent sale.
Select Good Neighbor Pharmacy brand products are buy one, get one for a penny.
With products to take care of your family, this sale is too good to pass up.
Visit mygnp.com/1-cent sale to find a participating Good Neighbor Pharmacy near you.
Pro tip for fruit lovers, Stop & Shop has unbelievable produce prices, so you'll never have to choose between your favorites.
I thought I was your
An entire hour of the best comfort food on the planet. Drop the mic.
Next, Rachel.
Tomorrow morning at 10 on ABC7.
Happy Labor Day from ABC7. We thank you for all your hard work.
It's the start of a new era at Yale. Tomorrow, the university will rename a residential college that was originally named after a former U.S. vice president who staunchly supported slavery. It will now be called Grace Hopper College. Hopper was a mathematician who earned her degrees in the 30s. Yale decided to drop the name of John C. Calhoun. The university president said Calhoun's legacy was at odds with the university's values and mission.
The nurse arrested for refusing to allow police officers to draw an unconscious patient's blood in Utah is speaking out. Alex Wubbles says Detective Jeff Payne became agitated when she told him he could not take a blood sample from a patient in a Salt Lake City hospital. Police body camera video captured him grabbing Wubbles, pushing her against a wall, and handcuffing her.
My assessment skills led me to believe that Officer Payne was already agitated. He had already stormed off in disapproval when I had originally told him that he couldn't do this up on the unit itself. I was scared to death. I was obviously very frightened.
Well, the mayor of Salt Lake City and police chief have apologized to Wubbles. Detective Payne and another officer have been placed on administrative leave while the department investigates.
Well, rapper Lil Wayne is recovering in a hospital after suffering multiple seizures inside a Chicago hotel room. The 34-year-old artist who has epilepsy missed a performance in Las Vegas last night. TMZ says doctors would not release Lil Wayne in time because of his latest run of poor health for the performance. The rapper, whose real name is Dwayne Michael Carter Jr., was hospitalized for seizures last year, and in 2013 he spent time in the ICU.
A family in Arizona won't have a hard time remembering the birthday of their newest member. It's the same birthday as 4 other family members. Everly Cooley was born in September 3rd, so was her mother, her grandmother, her great-grandmother, and her great-great-grandfather. That's 5 generations over 115 years.
We love sharing our birthdays and celebrating our birthdays together.
When my mom was alive, the 3 of us would go to all the free. We'd go to free movies, free breakfast, free dinners, and we'd say it's all of our birthdays. And people would be like, no way, we'd have to show them our license.
So cute. That's great. Well, this was not planned. Everly actually arrived a week late, but her family is happy to keep this shared birthday tradition alive.
I would be playing 9 and 3 in that family.
You're right.
If I was going to play it at the lottery. Well, another summer come and gone already. At least, though, we had some good weather for it. We're going to take you to one park in Westchester County to see how families, young and old, celebrating this Labor Day. It looks like they had fun.
Yeah, and the sunshine won't last for the whole week, unfortunately. Meteorologist Jeff Smith is tracking some heavy rain in the AccuWeather forecast.
The news breaks, our weather moves in. Your home team is the gold standard. Channel 7 Eyewitness News at 11. Always in alert mode with instant information and live coverage of stories near you. Always there for you at 11. Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
You guys are ready! Oh, you guys are ready!
Ticket, please.
Of course, I got it right here.
There's nothing there.
It's loading. It takes a little bit. Just give me like a minute, guys.
Here's what you get. It's starting. Mine works.
Bob realized he needed unlimited 4G LTE data, so he switched to Metro PCS to get the best unlimited deal in wireless. 2 lines of unlimited 4G LTE data for only $75, period. Plus 2 free 32-gig phones. Enjoy the best unlimited deal in wireless on a reliable 4G LTE network. Metro PCS. Wireless figured out.
Don't miss our giant Labor Day mattress sale at PC Richard & Son. Our friendly and knowledgeable salespeople will help you find the perfect mattress during our biggest mattress sale ever. Buy any Sealy Posturepedic mattress and get the matching box spring free. Save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic mattress sets and get a $300 PC Richard & Son gift card. Plus free delivery, setup, and haul away. And special financing available too. So for a good night's sleep, all you have to do is whistle. PC Richard & Son.
New York Connects is the greatest. I'm totally blind. New York Connects made multiple calls for me to find out which programs I would be eligible for, explain my situation, that I would be losing my apartment and that I would be homeless. It's a good feeling to know that somebody was there on my side. I couldn't have done it without them.
New York connects you to independence. To learn more about long-term care services and supports, contact New York Connects at 1-800-342-9871.
Allergy sufferers, a word to the wise. If symptoms at night ruin your next day, try new Zysol. It relieves symptoms while you sleep and keeps relieving all day. Because Zysol's as effective at hour 24 as at hour 1. So, be Wisol. Take new Zysol.
Who can take a sunrise? Close your eyes, sprinkle it with dew, and make a wish.
Grandpa Joe!
On Broadway.
Golden ticket, it's a golden.
Get your golden ticket at charlieonbroadway.com.
Dear Calvary Hospital, my mom and dad were proud Italian Americans who sacrificed everything in life for me and my brothers. So to help us care for them during their final days, we chose Calvary in Brooklyn to relieve their pain and suffering from cancer. Your expert staff took care of everything, giving them the pain-free life they deserved, and also gave us back a stress-free life of simply being their sons once again. God bless you, Calvary. Joey Paratori.
Sam Hewitt, the Property Brothers, and our live Facebook pre-show next live.
This is normally my emoji to Ryan.
Watch live
tomorrow morning at 9 on ABC7.
The unofficial end of summer is here in Westchester County today. Many spent their Labor Day just enjoying the nice weather at Croton Point Park. Eyewitness News reporter Joe Torres is there tonight. Joe, people soaking it all up while they can.
I'm telling you, Sade, talk about having recreational options here at majestic Croton Point Park. You had soccer and football in that corner of the park. Over there, there was sunbathing and fishing to be done. There is food, by the way, just about everywhere. So many people told us they were not going to let the summer of 2017 come to an end without one final fiesta. What a way to end the summer of 2017. Food, family, and fun. And for Doran Davidson of the Bronx, throw in a little fishing.
Today we're hoping to catch some stripers and some catfish and maybe some eels.
And some dinner.
Yes, definitely.
At Croton Point Park, there was no labor on Labor Day, but that didn't mean a shortage of things to do on this swan song this summer. A soccer game on the field, some kayaking on the water, or just soaking up the sun.
Relax, enjoy the sights, and, kick back and enjoy the good weather.
It's beautiful. We got the boats out here. We got the beach. We got the music, food. It's gorgeous. I'm loving it, yes.
As for the kiddos, mixed emotions, believe it or not. Some are sad to see the fun and freedom of summer come to an end, while others are anxious to head back to school and reunite with classmates.
I'm nervous, but not really, because my friends are, thank God, they're in the same high school. And yeah, I'm pretty nervous.
Summer's gonna end, and I'm gonna miss the weather.
Yeah. Why are you happy?
Because school's gonna start, and I get to meet my new teacher and friends.
By the way, it's not just the students with mixed emotions. The parents, not all that happy about having to return to work tomorrow. Many others doing a little bit of salsa that the kids are returning to the classroom tomorrow. For them, yes. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Live in Croton Point Park today. Happy Labor Day, everyone. I'm Joe Torres, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Oh, Joe. Yeah, let me see the salsa, man. Take the tie off, roll up the sleeves, enjoy yourself. Meanwhile, the sunshine drew thousands of people to Coney Island in Brooklyn today. Of course it did. The rides at Luna Park, the famous boardwalk packed with people. Lifeguards were on duty to watch over anyone who wanted to go into the water. for some people soaking up sun or grabbing food at one of the restaurants like Nathan's famous hot dogs, a tradition, and of course always a fun way to spend the holiday. You bet.
I'm going to miss all of these sights, the barbecues out there, people on the beach, at the parks.
We're like, you know, dun, 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 the end of summer.
It's so depressing.
You want to just hide from all of it.
I know.
That's a little premature, David, I have to say.
Thanks.
Okay, good.
Tomorrow is going to be even warmer than today, and some of the warmest temperatures today have been down the Jersey Shore. Asbury Park here, the camera's shaking a little bit, and that refreshingly cool breeze in some places, but in Asbury Park you have temperatures around 80 degrees. A lot of people out there. 78 right now in New York City under sunny skies, a southwest wind coming in at 14. Gusting up to 21. You have 74s right now, Comac, Ronkonkoma, and also Merrick on the island, 71 at Hampton Bays. There's those 80s we were talking about down in Belmar and Toms River, upper 70s up into the Hudson Valley. We're watching this front. This moves in by later on tomorrow into tomorrow night and kind of puts the brakes on right over the tri-state area. So we get some thunderstorms approaching by late tomorrow north and west of the city, and then that kind of evolves into periods of rain tomorrow night and lasting right through the day on Wednesday. Of course, all eyes on Irma. It's a very powerful Category 4 hurricane, and it promises to strengthen even more. Winds of 130 miles per hour right now, heading toward the northeastern islands of the Caribbean. We're talking places like Barbuda, Antigua, St. Kitts, and Nevis. As a 150-mile-per-hour Category 4 storm late tomorrow night into the wee hours of Wednesday morning. And then it's Puerto Rico's turn potentially during the day on Wednesday, making a close pass to the north of that island, 145-mile-per-hour winds. And for the first time, the National Hurricane Center has South Florida within this cone of uncertainty. So by Saturday at 2 p.m., the storm could be here, it could be over Cuba, it could be over South Florida, it could be over the Bahamas. Beyond that, it becomes even more uncertain. It should take an eventual northward turn, but you see these models are very clustered in here during the next 4 to 5 days, so we're pretty confident in that part of the forecast as it approaches the Bahamas and South Florida. Beyond that, when it takes the northward turn is very important. Some models showing it going into the Gulf, a lot of models showing it going right up the spine of the Florida Peninsula, others showing it even heading out to sea, so we'll just have to see what happens after Friday. Very uncertain. One thing it's going to do around here, it's going to increase the risk of rip currents right through the week. High risk tomorrow due to the winds we have around here ahead of that front, but as we head into the latter part of the week, you'll notice some big swells coming in from the south and east from distant Hurricane Irma. Futurecast looking like this overnight. No weather worries. Pretty clear right through midday tomorrow. And then those storms approach areas well north and west of the city by late tomorrow afternoon, sweeping into New York City in the I-95 corridor by later on tomorrow evening. And then periods of rain on Wednesday, a much cooler day. Highs only around 70. AccuWeather forecast for tonight, mostly clear. Comfortable away from the city in the 50s in those areas, 69 Midtown. Afternoon storms north and west could be on the strong side late tomorrow, 86 for a high. It's rather humid tomorrow night. Periods of rain and a thunderstorm around for the majority of the area. We're down to about 66. Here's your AccuWeather 7-day forecast. Much cooler Wednesday, only 70. We'll have some rain on and off, maybe a couple of showers, and then some breaks of sun on Thursday, 74. Comfortable Friday and right through the weekend. Any impact from Irma, if she decided to move up the coast in a much weakened state, by the way, would probably wait until, say, Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. So we had a lot of time to watch that.
Okay, so this warm weather we're not done with it yet.
We're not done with the warm weather. Tomorrow's going to be even warmer.
Following week as well?
In terms of warmth, probably not. So,
okay.
Well, Jeff, that was a nice attempt at making us think summer was lasting, but another sign that it's ending and that fall is approaching. Pumpkin spice latte is back. You can't fight these things, Jeff.
You can't.
This is it. This is the proof. Several Starbucks locations already selling that autumn favorite, but some won't be selling it until tomorrow. But regardless of when you go, Starbucks starts selling them. The pumpkin spice latte brings in big business for the giant coffee maker. Starbucks says 200 million PSLs have been sold in the first 10 years of its existence.
That's a lot. I like those.
PSLs, that's...
pumpkin spice
Derek, that's
latte.
the cool way of saying it, just so you know.
PSL. Adding another royal to the ranks.
You bet. The exciting announcement from the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge that will make the palace just a little bit more crowded.
And I'm Bill Ritter, new at 6 o'clock. Amtrak expecting a return to normal service at Penn Station tomorrow. This after 2 months of massive track repairs. We're going to take a closer look at what the new normal will mean for hundreds of thousands of passengers who ride the nation's biggest commuter train system. And more on President Trump's expected announcement to end the so-called DACA program. Nearly 800,000 undocumented immigrants who came here as children have been protected from deportation. So what exactly happens when they're no longer protected? We get a reaction next at 6.
Next wheel, we've got Carl.
I was born at a very young age. I loved ballroom dance, been married 14 years.
That's all the time we have.
Tonight at 7:30.
Right here on ABC7.
Fios is not cable. We're a 100% fiber optic network. And with the new Fios Gigabit connection, you get our fastest internet ever. With download speeds up to 940 megs, 20 times faster than most people have. Switch to Fios Gigabit connection with TV and phone for $79.99 a month online for the first year. Plus HBO for 1 year and multi-room DVR service for 2 years, all with a 2-year agreement. And switching has never been easier. Get out of your contract with up to a $500 credit to help cover your early termination fee. Go to fiosgigabit.com.
This Labor Day weekend, we're opening 2 new Bob's Discount Furniture locations in Green Bay and St. Louis. So to celebrate, we're throwing a party in all 89 of our stores all weekend long. With free entertainment for the kids and yummy treats for everyone. No need to buy a thing. Of course, if furniture is on your mind, you won't be disappointed. You'll find our everyday low prices on everything you could need for the home. And of course, no phony sales or gimmicks ever. Just the untouchable furniture values you deserve. So come celebrate Labor Day at Bob's Discount Furniture.
Being a father changed my whole understanding of the world. I started seeing the world through the eyes of a parent, and you start seeing every child as your own. When we started thinking about things like pre-K, it was because Kiara and Dante went to pre-K, and we saw them blossom. And I've talked to the parents about how it's changing their lives, and they know it's changing the entire future for their child. That's what we're here to do.
Paid for by de Blasio 2017. Even though you may not see it, secondhand smoke and its deadly chemicals move between apartments. But you don't have to live with it. Ask your landlord to make your building smoke-free. Call 311 or visit nyc.gov/health and search smoke-free housing.
It happens in an instant. You have an idea. You're going after it. Bringing it to life. And then, it all comes together. Make a website that matches your imagination. Make it beautiful with Squarespace.
A great lineup tonight on ABC7, starting with Jeopardy and Wheel at 7. Then at 8, Bachelor in Paradise. And To Tell the Truth at 10. Followed by New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News at 11. It's all right here, only on ABC7.
Well, the Royal Palace is getting a new royal. Prince William and Duchess Kate announcing they're expecting their 3rd child sometime next year.
And they tweeted it out earlier this morning. Shirlene Allicott has the royal reaction, and it's pouring in.
First there was George, then Charlotte, and now a new royal is on the way. Kensington Palace revealing on Twitter that the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge will welcome their 3rd child.
I'm super excited for Kate. She's such a good representation of the UK, and she's just a good soul, and she's happy, and she's full of expression, and I think it's great that they waited, to announce it right after the anniversary of Diana's death.
Kate is once again being treated for severe morning sickness at Kensington Palace, canceling a planned engagement later in the day. A condition known as hyperemesis gravidarum hospitalized the Duchess during her first pregnancy. Today, Prince Harry sharing his excitement for being an uncle once again.
Fantastic. Great. Very, very happy for them.
And how's your sister-in-law doing?
I haven't seen her for a while, but I think she's okay.
A baby brother or sister for 2-year-old Princess Charlotte and 4-year-old Prince George. And will now be 5th in line to the throne after grandfather, father, big brother, and sister, pushing Uncle Prince Harry down 1 spot.
Happy for all of them. There's still more news ahead.
Eyewitness News at 6 begins right now.
This is New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News with Bill Ritter and Liz Cho. Ryan Field with sports, and Lee Goldberg with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at 6.
They came here as children of undocumented immigrants. 800,000 kids raised here, educated here, working here. But now their future is uncertain as President Trump tomorrow expected to announce he is ending former President Obama's DACA order that has protected this group called Dreamers. But first, Labor Day, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a better day weather-wise for the unofficial end of summer. Great day for traditional holiday activities, the beach, the West Indian Day Parade, and other Labor Day parades. Good evening, everyone. At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Ritter. Liz is off tonight. We'll have more on those stories in a moment. But first, some breaking news. A shooting late this afternoon.